Paradise Lost. Justice served in adoption exploitation case. Some wounds never truly heal. The scars they leave behind serve as a constant, agonizing reminder of the darkness that lurks within humanity. Today, we delve into a case that chills the bone, a story of betrayal, exploitation, and the enduring resilience of the human spirit. Give a like and subscribe, leave a comment. Jeanne K. Whitefeather and Donald Lantz have been sentenced to a combined 375 years in prison. This landmark ruling marks the end of a long and arduous legal battle. It also signals a victory for 5 African-American children who endured unimaginable horrors at their hands. Whitefeather received 215 years, while Lantz was sentenced to 160. The severity of the sentences reflects the gravity of their crimes. These crimes included human trafficking, forced labor, child neglect, and racially motivated aggravated abuse. Judge Akers, presiding over the case, delivered a scathing rebuke. He stated that the couple transformed what should have been a haven into a living hell for the children. His words echo the sentiments of a community demanding justice. Jeanne K. Whitefeather, 63, and Donald Lantz, 64, presented themselves as loving adoptive parents. They carefully crafted a facade of benevolence. Behind closed doors, they were architects of cruelty. The couple adopted 5 vulnerable children through a Minnesota shelter. These children, seeking love and security, were instead thrust into a nightmare. Their hopes for a better life were brutally extinguished. The family moved across state lines, from Minnesota to Washington, and finally to West Virginia. This constant relocation served to isolate the children. It also made it more difficult for authorities to detect the abuse. The abuse inflicted upon these children was systematic and relentless. They were forced to perform grueling labor on the couple's property. Their childhoods were stolen, replaced with backbreaking work and constant fear. Basic necessities were denied. The children were deprived of adequate food, proper hygiene, and essential medical care. Their education was neglected, leaving them vulnerable and isolated. The abuse was not merely physical. It was deeply rooted in racial animus. The prosecution argued that racial undertones were a primary motivator for the couple's actions. This added a layer of depravity to an already horrific situation. The case came to light in October 2023, thanks to the vigilance of a concerned neighbor. This neighbor reported seeing Lantz locking 2 of the minors in a shed in Sissonville, West Virginia. Their actions sparked an investigation that would expose the full extent of the abuse. Authorities arrived to find the children living in deplorable conditions. The shed was cold, damp, and unsanitary. The children reported being locked inside for at least 12 hours at a time. They were forced to sleep on the cold, hard cement floor. All 5 children showed clear signs of neglect, deprivation, and forced labor. The evidence was overwhelming, painting a grim picture of their suffering. Whitefeather and Lantz faced a barrage of charges. These charges included human trafficking, forced labor, child neglect, and racially motivated aggravated abuse. The prosecution meticulously presented evidence of the systematic abuse. The abuse spanned multiple states, highlighting the couple's calculated efforts to evade detection. The legal proceedings were complex and emotionally charged. The pursuit of justice was unwavering. The prosecution emphasized the deliberate and calculated nature of the abuse. They argued that the couple had intentionally exploited the children's vulnerability for their own gain. Their actions were deemed reprehensible and deserving of the harshest punishment. In addition to their lengthy prison sentences, Whitefeather and Lantz were ordered to pay $280,000 each in restitution to the victims. This compensation is intended to address the physical, emotional, and financial harm they inflicted. While money can never fully heal the wounds, it can provide a measure of support for the victims as they rebuild their lives. A civil lawsuit has also been filed, highlighting failures within the child protection system. This lawsuit seeks to hold accountable those who may have failed to protect these vulnerable children. It aims to prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future. The restitution and the civil lawsuit represent a step towards accountability. They underscore the importance of holding perpetrators responsible for their actions. They also highlight the need for systemic reforms to protect children at risk. The victims' impact statements were a powerful and moving part of the sentencing hearing. Each child bravely shared their experiences, recounting the lasting trauma they endured. Their words painted a vivid picture of the horrors they had suffered. One victim, with raw emotion, referred to the couple as monsters. Their testimonies underscored the severity of the abuse and its profound impact on their lives. The court took these statements into careful consideration when determining the appropriate sentence. These statements were not just words. They were cries for justice, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. They served as a reminder of the importance of listening to and supporting victims of abuse. This case serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of children. It highlights the devastating consequences of exploitation and abuse. It also draws attention to the critical failures within the child protection system. We must remain vigilant and proactive in protecting children from harm. This case underscores the urgent need for improved oversight, better training for child welfare professionals, and increased community awareness. Only through collective action can we prevent similar tragedies from occurring. The case also emphasizes the importance of early intervention. Identifying and addressing potential cases of abuse before they escalate is crucial. This requires a collaborative effort involving schools, healthcare providers, and community organizations. This case is a call to action. It demands that we do more to protect our most vulnerable members of society. It requires us to confront the uncomfortable truths about child abuse and exploitation. The scars of this case run deep. They serve as a constant reminder of the darkness that exists in the world. But they also serve as a beacon of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. We must learn from this tragedy. We must work together to create a world where all children are safe, loved, and protected. This is our moral imperative. The fight for justice doesn't end with a sentencing. The victims of this horrific abuse face a long road to recovery. They need our support, our compassion, and our unwavering commitment to ensuring their well-being. We urge you to take action. Donate to organizations that provide support and resources to victims of child abuse and human trafficking. Educate yourself and others about the signs of abuse and how to report it. Advocate for stronger child protection laws and policies. Visit the websites of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, or the Polaris Project to learn more about how you can make a difference. Your contribution, no matter how small, can help to heal the wounds of the past and prevent future tragedies. Let us stand together in solidarity with the victims of this unspeakable crime. Let us honor their courage and resilience by working to create a world where all children are safe and free from harm. Let their voices be heard, and let their stories inspire us to action.